Hello folks, this is Naeem Aslam, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade. Happy Friday, and today is the last trading day for the equity markets. So what does it means for the US markets and of course for the European markets? Well, first of all, speaking of today, we do not have that disconnect between the European and the US markets. Remember, we discussed this in great length yesterday, that the US futures are trading to the downside while the European markets were trading to the upside, and that brought some sort of upward and downward swings in the US indices, but then the selling pressure actually took over, and then we saw the Dow Jones plunge well over 500 points before it closed at nearly with the loss of 400 points. Now, as you can see in the chart, for the Dow Jones Index, I think bulls are running into some serious trouble. The reason for that is because the price has already pierced its 50-day moving average, as you can see on the chart, twice. Once yesterday, and today again we had that piercing of the 50-day moving average. And this comes on top of this, that the price is already, for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, is already trading below the 200-day moving average. Of course, if you wanted to learn more about this, I've done a full video, technical analysis video, discussing the various different price levels on our YouTube channel. So please feel free to go and have a look at it. But what is really driving the price action to the downside? Well, it's nothing new. It's once again, it's all about the emergence of that coronavirus wave, and of course, how it is really restraining the reopening of a global economy, not only in the US, but also in other parts of the world. For instance, Hong Kong, once again, it is likely that it is going to announce the closure of all schools, and that really doesn't necessarily send a good and a strong message. And this is the reason that we have seen a global sell-off across all the markets today, especially in Asian markets. We have seen some serious amount of selling today. The Shanghai index dropped well over 200%, well over 2%, not to 100%. That would be absolutely insane. The Hang Seng index, HSI, also dropped pretty much the same, and we saw the echo of the same message in other indices such as the Japanese, the Nikkei index, and the Korean Kospi index as well. Now, what does this really mean in terms of sentiment? Folks, starting from next week, we are going to run into this tech earnings season. We're going to hear a lot of tech earnings going forward, and of course the US earning, the financials, the banking sector is also going to start announcing its earnings season as well. So I think the road ahead for this particular coronavirus stock market rally is very much bumpy. Why? Because we do not know for certain what those forward guidance going to be with respect to the earnings season, with respect to the Q3 season, with respect to Q4 season, with respect to beyond the vicinity of this 2020 and the trading session, which is going to be beyond that for these US corporates. And this comes on top of this, what we also have is Trump administration picking up, anchoring and escalating those tensions with China. Now, some more Chinese officials, well, rightfully for that, for human rights, they've been sanctioned, but the message over here is really escalating the tensions between Washington and Beijing. And investors, believe it or not, they are paying attention to this. They know that this is likely to have adverse impact on the price, on the global stock market price, and we can see some dismal price action in the coming days, right? So I think going forward for next week, earnings season is going to be the major focus for the markets. And something else which also will be simmering in the background is the new stimulus package. which Donald Trump has talked about, and Congress is about to make a decision on that. So that $2 trillion worth of stimulus package can really save this coronavirus stock market rally, and investors can really brush away all those concerns with respect to the local, national, or the small lockdowns that we are seeing. And then once again, the focus is going to be that fiscal and monetary policies, they are supporting this coronavirus stock market rally. That's all for today. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.